Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com discussing the demise of the Arctic. Over the past month, Arctic sea ice has been melting very slowly, and the extent is up more than 30% from this date last year. During the first week of September, Arctic sea ice extent increased by almost 200,000 square kilometers. The increase in ice extent during the first week of September was the largest on record. During most years, the Arctic loses sea ice during the first week of September, but this year the Arctic has been very cold and ice is being gained at a record rate. But pay no attention to the record increase in ice. The U.S. government says that this summer is the hottest on record. Apparently, according to the U.S. government, ice melts very slowly during record summer heat. September 7th Arctic sea ice extent is the second highest since 2007. 2007 was the year when Nobel laureate Al Gore told us that the Arctic would be ice-free by 2014.
Another new study to be presented by U.S. Navy researchers later this week warns it could happen in as little as 7 years. 7 years from now. In the last few months, it has been harder and harder to misinterpret the signs that our world is spinning out of kilter.
And President Biden's climate advisor, John Kerry, said the same thing in 2009.
You have sea ice, which is melting at a rate that the Arctic Ocean now increasingly is exposed. In 5 years, scientists predict we will have the first ice-free Arctic summer.
This week in 2007, experts said polar bears were going to drown, they're going to starve, they're going to resort to cannibalism, and then they're going to become extinct. On this date in 2007, Arctic sea ice was hundreds of miles offshore from the Alaska coast. There was almost no sea ice in the Beaufort Sea on this date in 2007, but the ice has expanded quite a bit since then. Arctic sea ice is now only about 100 miles off the coast of Alaska. That's about the same distance which the sea ice was off the coast of Alaska in 1971 when this National Geographic map was made. Arctic sea ice extent is not terribly different now than it was 50 years ago. There's a lot more sea ice now than there was on this date in 2007. Something else that happened this week in 2007 is that Mark Knopfler gave a wonderful concert at BBC Studios. The rest of this video will be Mark Knopfler's concert accompanying the ice-free Arctic forecasts of the world's leading climate experts.
These mist-covered mountains home now for me. But my home is the lowlands, and always will be. Someday you'll return your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn two bare brothers in arms. Through these fields of destruction, baptisms of fire, I witness your suffering as the battle raged higher. And though they did hurt me so bad, in the fear and alarm. You did not desert me, my brothers in arms. There's so many different worlds, so many different suns. We have just one world, but we live in different ones. Now the sun's gone to hell. Moon's riding high. Let me bid you farewell. Every man has to die. What is written in the starlight, in every line in your palm. We're fools to make war on our brothers in arms.
Toto is pretty certain that Al Gore hasn't retracted or returned his Nobel Prize. You can visit Toto, Kyrie, and Caesar on the web at realclimatescience.com.